everyone and welcome to Variety Varnish. Today I thought we would play around with some replacement brushes. I thought about this video because I have this one Glisten and Glow brush, replacement brush that I have been keeping. I just wanted to have like one extra one for emergency purposes, but this is basically Glisten and Glow's replacement brush. And so I'm going to take this out from the package just to show you. Now, I'm sure you guys already know by now that this Glisten and Glow brush got a lot of, attention because it actually replaced the Essie, the old super skinny Essie brushes really well. But I don't know what it is, but I think there's a little bit of an issue with shipping with Glisten and Glow. And so I think I ordered like 100 of them at one time, and then I never really ordered again. And as you guys know, I have a lot of older Essies. I swapped those out and I just kept this one because I don't know why. Like, it's like a piece of shame situation where I'm like, no, I just need to like keep one that is unused and I'm gonna keep it. So that's what it is. But I had a suspicion that KBShimmer's replacement brush was basically similar to this brush. So I ordered a bunch of KBShimmer brushes. And so I'm gonna take one out and I'll show you. We'll compare to see if these two are the same. So essentially, I would say yes. And if I'm not even mistaken, I think, is it longer? No, I think they really are fairly the same. So they're the same length, the same kind of fan brush. And I'm going to show you right here, see? And then let's see the bottom of it. Let me zoom you guys out, see if it focuses well. Because for some reason, yeah, right there. So as you can see, the bottom is, or the little thing here, I don't know what you call it, the bottom I think is similar. And yeah, they're fairly similar essentially. So I didn't touch anything. This was the KBShimmer. No, this was the Glisten and Glow, and this is the KBShimmer. So I think to put it to the ultimate test, I have some bottles here of old Essies that I totally need to replace. So I'm going to replace these two for you guys with a KBShimmer brush today. And I thought this old painted polish that I have, which is Maples and Moonlight, this was gifted to me by my friend Katie. And I'm going to link her Instagram on the screen and down below. And also I have this 90 that I love this polish, but I really think that the brush is kind of iffy with the formula. So let's see how this goes today with a KBShimmer brush. And I know that this is a KBShimmer brush because it's all intact, and my one last Glisten and Glow brush is a little bit, worse for wear. Like you can see it's flared up a little bit. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. I hope you guys are excited to join me on this endeavor, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, and so this is my KBShimmer brush. I have an old bottle of Chinchilli, and I'm going to show you the brush to that. And as you can see, it's this super skinny brush right here. So what I usually do is just kind of like, I don't know, squeeze out the excess polish, I guess, from the brush and from the stem of the brush, because I'm cheap like that, and try to get it all out. And then, of course, I have my lint-free cotton, which unfortunately Amazon already discontinued. And I hate that, and I'm trying to find an adequate replacement. But you can also use one of these lint-free like nail pads. You can get this from Sally. You can also get this from Amazon. And of course, I have my 100% acetone right here, and I'm just gonna dip that And the first thing that I do when my thing is clean, my cotton is clean, is I kind of just wipe down my brush. This is a Carolina tip because the last time I did this, I just literally put the brushes on the bottle and I think there was a lot of lint in it. So I've taken Carolina's advice since, and I kind of just wipe it down like that. And some people dip it in a bowl of acetone too. I don't really do that. And then I just kind of clean the top of my bottle. And then what I do literally is I just dip that in there. And so as you can see, the top of this brush kind of fits the neck, the bottle neck. And then what I do is I just take one of these like old, I try to not throw these things out because cotton is expensive, like especially this type of lint-free cotton. And so I use it to kind of scrape my stamper, you know, I'm cheap. I'm telling you guys, I'm kind of cheap. So then what I do is I just kind of tug and pull, obviously, and I'm gonna put that away. And then I just put my top on the bottle, my cap on the bottle, and then I just kind of squeeze it in. Sometimes I push a little bit, and there you go. So this was the KBShimmer brush, and as you can see, it fit perfectly on my Essie, my old Essie chinchilli. And so I definitely think that these brushes are identical to the Glisten and Glow brushes that everybody wants to get. So then now we're gonna do this painted polish Maples and Moonlight. It's old, and now I'm gonna get, you know, another brush from this bag because so you guys can see that this is really the Glisten and Glow one that I wanted, or the Glisten and Glow batch that I got. And then as you can see, these old like indie brushes are what I call the broom brush. Look at that. Like it's kind of like fat. I'm going to show, well, first of all, let me squeeze the polish out of the stem, and I'm going to show you how like fat these brushes are. I call them the broom brush, like because they look like a witch's broom. But look at that. I want to show you like how rounded that is. I hope you guys can see that. It's so rounded and so like fat. It's crazy. Like, let me see if I can focus. Do you see that? That is so rounded and so fat. It's like it looks like a witch's broom. So I don't particularly love these type of brushes. And so let me see if the KBShimmer ones are gonna fit. So again, I'm gonna take the clean part of this, you know, this, what do you call this? This cotton. And again, I'm gonna wipe that down. And then I'm going to wipe my bottleneck right here. I hope I'm not off camera doing this. And all right, so before I show you that though, I wanna open up the bottleneck on my Essie chinchilli, and how I kind of gauge whether or not a brush or replacement brush would work or not is I look at the bottleneck of the bottles essentially. So it looks like these two are comparable sizes. And so yeah, see that? They're kind of comparable. So I'm thinking this would probably work. There is a list circulating somewhere. I think Charlie from Varnished Vampire did one of all the bottles that Glisten and Glow will fit. But now that I feel like I've determined that Glisten and Glow is essentially the same as the KBShimmer, so that list would probably work too. But here goes nothing. All right. Ooh. Maybe that's a little bit narrow, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. So now I'm going to take this out. Oh, it's hard to take this thing out. Let's see. Oh my goodness. This is hard to like, oh, there you go. It's finally removed. So then I'm going to just put that in there and close it. And there you go. Looks like it fits. Looks like it's a snug fit. And let's see. Oh, look at that. It's so good. Yay. I'm so excited. So yeah, that fit the old painted polish bottle and caps. Now, just so you know, painted polish now has like new bottles and new brushes. So if you recently purchased from them, I'm going to show you. This is a recent purchase that I have from Painted Polish, and you'll see it's a different packaging, and you will also see that their brush is different. I'm going to show you the brush now, and it's a flat brush, much like the brush that I just replaced the old bottle with. So that is fun. I'm happy to know that that works, because then that way if I have other problematic painted polish brushes, I can replace them. By the way, I am not entirely averse to skinny brushes. I just wanted everybody to know that. Like for Zoya's, some Zoya formulas, I actually prefer the skinny brushes, and so I don't necessarily jump to like changing all my Zoyas, but it really depends on some, you know, application. Like usually I love my paddle brushes when a formula is either too thick or too thin. Like Zoya Carson, it's a beautiful polish. I always find that formula to be too thick for a skinny brush, so I put in a wide brush on that. And at the same time, Zoya Cole is a very sheer thin formula, and I also put a wide brush on that. So it really doesn't just follow like, oh, if it's a thick formula or a thin formula or whatever. It really depends on each and every polish, you guys. That's how I feel. So usually what I do is I try to you know, use the brush that comes with the actual polish and see if I have any problems with that. If I do, then I try to look for a replacement, and if I don't, then it's a keeper. Now let's do 90. 90 has essentially the same cap, I think, same cap shape, same bottle shape as the old painted polish. So I'm fairly certain now that this will work. But well, since we're already here and we're having a kind of a chatty video, we might as well, you know, do this. So yeah, I'm literally so cheap. I try to like squeeze out the like most polish I can from the old brush. So yeah, so that's that. And then I still have a little bit of space right here, and I might actually even use the back too. So I'm cleaning that, cleaning, making sure that the brush is like, you know, pliable. I think that's the word I was looking for. Then of course I am going to again wipe the neck of this bottle, and then I'm gonna put that brush in, and as expected, I think it fits. And then now I'm gonna again try to take the old brush out. There you go. Oopsies. Now, do I keep the old brushes? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. When I'm pretty sure that I really don't like the old brush, I don't keep them. Like I would probably throw out this old 90 brush just because I've already worn this and I know it doesn't really work. And yeah, there it is. Another one that's a winner for the KBShimmer brushes. And this is 90 lacquer, and this one is Dragon Fruit Freeze. It's one of their most popular, what do you call this, the most popular shades. And then the last but not the least that I wanted to do with Cirque colors. Now I don't necessarily have a problem with Cirque colors brushes, because I think they have impeccable formula, especially for creams. But some of their shimmers can be really sheer, and you are going to be shocked as to how thin this like brush is. It's really, really thin. It really reminds me of like Essies, like the old Essies. So we will see how this plays out. I don't off the top of my head know if Cirque actually has, or if the Glisten and Glow brushes actually fit the Cirque bottles, but I want to show you, where's that Essie? So that's the bottle of the Cirque, and then I'm going to compare it with the Essie, and it looks like they're about the same size, give or take. Maybe it's a little bigger a hole, but I think I might give it a try, because I think they're fairly close that this brush might work. Okay, so I am going to get a KBShimmer brush, and I'm going to use the back of this this cotton to just kind of squeeze out the whatever it is that's in there, glue, I think. And I'm gonna put that in there. And this is Rose Kaolin, by the way, which is, you know, one of their classic shades, I think. And then I'm popping out that old brush. And if this works, I might actually, ooh. Oh, see, now it doesn't work, because I think if you can see the cap, that cap right there has a little bit of a, like a, I don't know, what do you call that? A divot? I don't know. So even though this actually fits the bottleneck, the cap doesn't fit the brush. So that is sad. The other issue that I had was I actually got these top shelf brushes, which are wide brushes. I got these specifically for Olive Ave polishes, the first season of that Olive Ave polish, and they also did not fit, because even though the brushes fit the bottleneck, that tapered cap from the old Olive Ave polishes, I don't have one that's like readily available here, I don't think, but you know, the old Olive Ave polishes have a tapered sort of head to the cap that it kind of does not fit. So that's really sad. That's super sad. But I guess what I can do is I have an old cap right here, and this is what happens to, like, when you're a polish collector, I think it pays to keep caps for some reason. Like whenever I finish a top coat or a base coat or any nail care products, this actually came from a Bliss Kiss like latex situation. Look at how dry my nails are from the acetone. So, you know, I threw that thing out because it dried up on me, but I kept the cap. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if this cap would fit this. And so now I know that if I have a really problematic Cirque Colors formula, and it did, there you go. And so I know that Glisten and Glow sells these caps. I don't know that KBShimmer does. I'm not sure. But, you know, if you really are desperate, you know, if you have a Cirque Colors that you think is unusable because of the brush, then what you could do is you could go to Glisten and Glow or maybe KBShimmer. I'm going to link the information down below if they do have the caps. But you can buy the cap and the brush, and then you can just change out your caps and your brush to your Cirque Colors. And this one, again, if you don't do refills, and you know you have project polished something, keep the caps, keep the brushes. I always do, because you'll never know when they might come in handy. And today it just came in handy. This was from my Bliss Kiss, again from my Bliss Kiss latex that has dried up on me. And so yeah, this is my new Cirque Colors Rose Kaolin, and you know I might then purchase a couple of caps with the brush just so I can change out my other super sheer Cirque Colors into the white brush. I also wanted to tell you guys, if you are one of those people who has to have the same caps, like I know these brushes, these KBShimmer and Glisten and Glow brushes fit onto China Glaze bottles, but I'm not sure if, you know, you guys want the bottles to look like they were the original. I personally don't mind changing out the caps to a different cap as long as it's an easier application for me, but some people want them to look exactly the same and want to use the original caps. I wanted to let you know though that this cap, which was now from my Bliss Kiss, which is very similar to the Glisten and Glow one. Look at that, right? That's precisely the same cap. Like I think they have the same supplier, which is great. Is really very similar to the original. So I'm going to show you, this was the original cap to the Rose Kaolin, and it's essentially the same. And I'm going to show you a Cirque Colors cap right here. This is Game Over, and you can hardly tell the difference as to which one has a new cap. So yeah, I think it's really worth, you know, changing out if you feel like your Cirque colors are a little problematic. And so yeah, that's that for today. So that's it for me, you guys, for today. I hope you found this video helpful. I love replacement brushes. I think that you should do whatever you can, whatever is available to make your polish experience, you know, good for you or enjoyable for you. And so I love replacement brushes. Again, just putting it out there that I don't necessarily want all my polishes to have that paddle brush or a wide brush. In some occasions, I really do prefer the skinny brush. And so it's just, you know, it depends on each polish, each formula, whatever. But yeah, so these are the 4 that I replaced with my KBShimmer brush that I purchased, which I have now 100% confidence that it is 100% similar to the Glisten and Glow brush. And in addition, this Cirque Colors cap is now a new cap. This cap was from my Bliss Kiss cap. So, which is, you know, essentially the same exact cap as the original, except the original has a little divot underneath, which I don't know why that is. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you have a particular brand or a particular polish that you would like to replace the brush. And if you have tried replacing some of your brushes from your polishes, let me know down in the comments below. I really would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, thanks so much for being here with me again to chat about anything and everything nail polish. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend. And I wish you a very easy and smooth week ahead. And I will see you again in my next video. Bye!